Hi, I'm Kaylee, and this is my TBR for the 30 Books in 30 Days Readathon. My TBR kind of got away from me a little bit this year, and so I am not planning to read 30 books in 30 days. I am planning to read 33 books in 30 days. I don't know, the TBR just kept expanding, and this is what it is. Every year, I really look forward to the 30 books in 30 days in September. This is like the highlight of my year. I plan for it all year. I set aside specific books. I'm gonna save that one up for September. And of course, I love seeing the comments and everyone who's participating in the readathon, so we all get to do it together. It's just so much more fun and so much more exciting when you have a whole community of people all participating in the readathon. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to this channel and give this video a thumbs up if you are excited about 30 books in 30 days. And of course, follow me over on Instagram and Goodreads and Storygraph and all the places. So the main kind of meat of my TBR is the Fruits Basket manga series. I bought the whole series a few months ago and I've been saving them up to be for September. I have read these before and I have watched the anime, and so I'm very excited to dive back in once more and reread this favorite series. Now, there are actually 23 volumes in the Fruit Basket series, but the collector's editions put 2 volumes into one edition, and so it's actually only like 12 volumes. But I'm counting it as the original 23 volumes because that is how they were originally published. So reading through the Fruits Basket series is kind of the main big goal for September. Because reading a manga is very quick and easy, then I felt free to kind of take on some other larger books, and that's where the TBR just kind of exploded. But already, just from reading Fruits Basket, that's going to take care of most of the challenges that we have for 30 books in 30 days. So that takes care of the challenge to read 10 books from one genre or age group, to read 10 books from one author, and to read 10 books from one topic or setting. So already, that's most of the challenges pretty much taken care of. As for the other 2 challenges, to read a book written by an author under 30, I don't think any of the ones that I'm reading were published when the author was under 30. And another challenge is to read a book that was published over 30 years ago, and of course Shakespeare takes care of that right away. So I am doing most of the challenges for 30 books in 30 days. I'm also planning to read 2 of my wrapped books from the Wrapped Books Challenge, and I don't know what those are going to be yet until I unwrap them. So we'll just see what happens there. Sometimes it's kind of fun with the wrapped books, you know, because it's a surprise and you don't know what you're getting. But sometimes it's like, oh boy, if I get some huge 500-page book from one of the wrapped books, that's going to be a little bit difficult to finish in September. Just depending on what pops up with the wrapped books, we'll just see what happens. Another readathon that's taking place in September is the Shaketember Readathon, where we read some Shakespeare. And of course, it dovetails so perfectly with 30 books in 30 days, because Shakespeare is pretty short. You could read that in a day. So this year I've decided to reread Two Noble Kinsmen. I haven't read this one in quite a long while. It's been just years and years. And quite frankly, I don't really remember a lot about it, but I did give it 5 stars. So I'll be excited to dive back in and kind of remember, oh yeah, this is with this one, with that character in that scene, or whatever. So evidently I loved it. I just don't remember it that much. So that'll be fun to read for Shaketember. There is also the series September Readathon, where you try to finish up some series. And of course that dovetails perfectly with all the year-long reading goals that I've had for certain series that I'm trying to finish this year. So for that, I'm going to be reading the 2nd book in Trials of Apollo, The Dark Prophecy. My goal is to finish up all of Trials of Apollo and Magnus Chase by the end of the year. So I've got to get at least some progress on Trials of Apollo in September if I don't want to fall behind. And I'm also going to be reading Dragon Quest, which is the 2nd book in a series by Donita K. Paul. This series has 5 books, and I'm wanting to finish them all by the end of the year. So one of those needs to get read in September. Another series that I'm reading through is the Witchling series, and I'm planning to read book 3, House of Elephants, in September. This is a book that was sent to me for review from a publisher. And another series from a publisher is the Lizard Boy series. I've already read book 1 years ago when it was first published, but now I want to reread book 1 and then continue on with book 2. Since these are graphic novels, I'm anticipating it'll just be a quick, easy read, and that will leave me free to read some of the other larger books that I have on my TBR for September. It's just kind of starting to hit me like, oh, why do you have so many big books for September? It's supposed to be short books in September. I can't help it though. I gotta get these goals finished, guys, and September is the time to get the things finished. Another one from the publishers is The Accidental Stowaway by Judith Eagle. I've already read 2 other books by Judith Eagle and really loved them. And I'm anticipating this will be another quick and easy read that I can easily finish in a day. And the last book on my TBR is From Plato to Christ. I'm actually right in the middle right now of reading From Achilles to Christ, and I'm really enjoying it. Although it deals with deep themes, it's not nearly as dense reading as I thought it would be, so it's very easy to follow and easy and quick to read, but it does deal with all these really deep concepts. So I'm also thinking that From Plato to Christ will be similar, and if I just read a chapter a day, then I'll be able to finish it in September. I've actually counted up all the pages for my TBR to see, is this really manageable? Can I actually do this? Considering a lot of them are manga and graphic novels, I feel like it's definitely manageable. So just Fruits Basket alone is 4,600 pages. And then if you add up all the other books as well, it comes to a total of 33 books, and it's 7,639 pages. I feel like that's crazy, but manageable. I think I can do it, because manga and graphic novels, they just go so quickly. So the pages will just fly by. 28 of those books are books that I already owned, and 5 of them are books that were sent to me from publishers for a free and honest review. So I think I've got a pretty good list. I think we can do this. We can make this work in September. And if I don't quite make it through all of them, it'll just get read in October or November. There's really no pressure to actually read everything on this TBR. It will get read at some point or another before December. So I'm not really stressing about it too much. It's just fun to see what's a challenge here? What could we do in September, possibly? Please leave me a comment and let me know, what is your TBR for September? Are you participating in the readathon like me? Have you bitten off a little more than you can chew? Or do you have just a very modest 30 books in 30 days TBR, just some simple short stories and some children's picture books and some easy things? Or are you participating by reading 30 minutes every day for 30 days in September? Because you don't actually have to read 30 books, you could just read for 30 minutes. Let me know what your plans are for the readathon. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and remember, the right book in the right hands at the right time can change the world.